I didn't know Lil Durk was still locked up. With that being said, it's free Lil Durk. Why? Because he is responsible for quite possibly one of the biggest spiritual awakenings of my life. I'm not kidding. About a year ago today, almost roughly, Drake came to town and Lil Durk opened for him. And I remember Lil Durk came out and my mom was sitting right next to me and she leans over and she was like, he looks like he smells good. And I was like, he does. Like he really did. And literally the whole night I was like, oh my gosh, like, am I a Lil Durk fan? Like, I couldn't name you one Lil Durk song, honestly. Still to this day, I couldn't name one song. But he just looked so good. So I remember going home that night and I walked into my apartment and my boyfriend at the time was like, hey babe, how was the concert? And I was like, oh, it was great. Like in the back of my head, I was like, Lil Durk, Lil Durk, Lil Durk. But literally in the back of my head, I was like, I think our time is up. Like between me and him, I think our time is up because I feel like I have seen the other side. Like I've seen that it could be better for me, right? So I literally went to bed that night and I had a dream. I had a dream about Lil Durk. Not the dream that Martin Luther King had, right? But a dream nonetheless. And so I woke up the next morning and I was like, yeah, you need to pack your stuff. I think it's time to go. I made this big spiel about how like, yeah, I feel like we're two totally different people, which is true. Like we really had our issues, like to be real. But Lil Durk was the catalyst. Like to this day, Lil Durk opened my eyes, point blank period. So yeah, it's free Lil Durk.
You know, isn't it crazy how a person just looks normal until they open their mouths? Mental health. For the love of God, mental health. Please figure it out. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I just really wanted to hop straight into this video because what did we just listen to? There's so much that I have to say and so much that I don't understand. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like the conclusion that I came to after watching this was, you crazy. Like, you're crazy. Something is at mental health. Figure it out. Please. Let me see if I can understand this correctly. So you wasn't even a Lil Durk concert, by the way. You went to a Drake concert where Lil Durk opened up. You saw Lil Durk and your mom says to you, ooh, he looked like he smelled good. Let me tell you something. I have no beef. I have no qualms with Lil Durk. I think Lil Durk is an all right rapper. I can enjoy a Lil Durk verse or song every now and again. But when I look at him, and this is just me, maybe it's because I don't have a uterus. I don't know. But when you guys look at Lil Durk, would you look at this man and say, ooh, I bet he smelled good? And this is not even me talking like crap. I was just so fascinated when she said that. When her mom apparently said that, ooh, he looked like he smelled good. Word? Lil Durk looks like the type of guy that would wash his clothes, forget that his clothes was in said washer, and then dry them days later so his clothes retain that just mildewy, musty smell. That's what Lil Durk looks like to me. Obviously, this is me being silly. I could be wrong. He could smells great, but I'm just trying to make the point that looking at him, and again, like I said, maybe it's because I don't have a uterus, but I just find it hard to believe that a mother at that can look at this man and say, ooh, he looked like he smelled good. But hold up, let's go back. Let's go back to what she said at first. First of all, she said, free Lil Durk. Free Lil Durk because she had a spiritual awakening. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are aware of Lil Durk's charges, but let's talk about it because I decided to ask ChatGPT just to sum it up for me, okay? Because I didn't feel like looking up the information myself. I'm feeling a little bit lazy today, so my bad. But I will say the sources that they listed are very much credible. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over here to ChatGPT and read off all of these wonderful charges. So as of January 28, 2025, these are Lil Durk's charges. Conspiracy to use interstate facilities to commit murder for hire resulting in death. Use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire resulting in death. using, carrying, and discharging firearms and a machine gun, possession of firearms in furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death. And keep in mind, they have an insurmountable amount of evidence against Lil Durk, including wiretaps. It is going to take a miracle or magic for him to beat this case. So no, it's not free Lil Durk. I'm sorry, you guys can disagree with me if you want, but I do not like when people commit certain crimes like murder, and then there are certain people in my community that's like, hey yo, free them, free Durk, free my cousin Pookie. Well, what did Pookie do? Oh, he just ran over this old lady, you know, nothing crazy. Pookie did what? Then why are we trying to free him? He murdered somebody. He's a criminal. And I'm sorry, just because you're a rapper and I like you, you do not get that sympathy for me. Like, if you committed if you indeed did commit these serious crimes, then nah, you need to stay locked up in there until you can figure whatever the hell it is that you got going. Figure it out. But why would I want to free somebody that has constantly been involved in hood booger activity? But I digress. What also made me just plain frustrated, and keep in mind, I'm not a Lil Durk fan. Like I said, I like Lil Durk verses or some songs here and there, but I wouldn't consider myself a fan. I just find it crazy that she's like, am I a Lil Durk fan? And then in turn, she says, I still can't name one Lil Durk song. So you're not a fan. That just means you're attracted to him sexually. What are you talking about here? People just get on the internet and say anything. So she goes home to her boyfriend. Boyfriend says, hey babe, how was the concert? She says, oh, it was good. This poor guy is probably thinking nothing is wrong. He just said, oh, he's probably just thinking, oh, she had a great time at the concert. Because she said, oh, it was great. I had a good time with my mother. But apparently in the back of her head, she's still thinking about Lil Durk, Lil Durk, Lil Durk. She basically said she thought about breaking things off with this man because Lil Durk made her see the other side and how things could be better for her. I'm sorry, what the hell do you mean by that? Because what makes you think that Lil Durk would even give you the time of day? What makes you think that Lil Durk would even have messaged an Instagram DM of yours? What makes you think that you had the ability to access Lil Durk? Guys, if this isn't a prime example of the saying, the grass is not always greener on the other side, yeah, it's not. Obviously, it's not. Do you know why? Because Lil Durk, like I said before, is involved in a lot of hood booger shit, okay? Now, that man that you decided to leave for this weird imaginary parasocial relationship that you have for Lil Durk, that boyfriend was probably a decent guy. I don't know for sure because I don't know their situation, but it's possible that he was a decent guy. I mean, she didn't say that he beat her or was abusive or anything along those lines. All she said was that Lil Durk made her see the light in what could possibly be. Ma'am, what? And before I even go any further, let me just point something out really quick to you guys. So you guys may not know this, but I have dealt with my fair share of crazy women. I have. I can look into this woman's eyes and I can tell you that she is indeed crazy. She has the crazy eyes. And this is hilarious because I didn't even mean to like scrub the video to this point. This is just her because yeah, she's obviously crazy. She got the eyes, bro. This woman is indeed crazy. Saying things could be better for you in regards to having a relationship with a celebrity that you have never met and he's never met you, never even seen you, is just crazy. And then this is how I know that she's crazy, because she then implies within that same night, she claims to have had a sexual dream about Lil Durk. She implied that it was a sexual dream. So you're thinking about this man who you do not know this much more than your current boyfriend. Lil Durk has been on your mind this much just from you seeing him during that concert. And keep in mind, Lil Durk has been an artist for a long time at this point. He's been out for quite some time. I know she had to see him like on the internet before, so I just find it interesting that her seeing him in person just opened her eyes and made her have this spiritual awakening. But anyway, like I was saying, you thought about this man so much to the point that you broke up with your boyfriend the next morning, because you also claimed that you are apparently two different people. But from your video, we know the reason why that you broke up with your boyfriend is because you now have this weird parasocial relationship with Lil Durk. This is very interesting to me, because that also begs the question, are you not in a relationship now? Are you never going to be in a relationship because you're constantly thinking about Lil Durk? Because if you're this obsessed with him after just seeing him in concert one time, then yeah, you a lost cause. There is absolutely no way that you would be able to have a legitimate relationship if you are still feeling this way about Lil Durk. And you know what's even crazier? She posted this video thinking that it was totally normal, that it was fine. This is the craziest shit that I've heard all week. And then she ends it off by saying Lil Durk just simply opened her eyes. Opened your eyes to what? Did it open your eyes to the charges that he's currently facing? Open your eyes to what? Hey man, if you guys are not going to like professionals or just talking to somebody, or you know, y'all not on medicine, some of you need to do something, because this is not normal. Mental health. I am very curious to know if she is in a relationship right now, or if she ever plans to get into a relationship again, because with this attitude, with the way that she feels about, obviously she is totally smitten by Lil Durk, because she was comfortable enough to tell this story and put it out on TikTok. Thousands of people are going to see this and already have seen it already. And within those thousands of people, there are also going to be some males included in there. These males are going to look at that video and be like, wow, this broad is crazy. I'm not going to deal with her. So again, this begs the question, are you looking for another relationship, or are you planning to wait for Lil Durk to get out of jail so that you can maybe have this imaginary parasocial relationship with him? Mental health. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I know this was a silly video, but it was so asinine that I felt the need to talk about it. I really wish I knew what the hell was going on in this young lady's head. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you agree with anything that I said? Do you disagree? Please do me a favor, let me know in the comments down below. Please do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. I was so thrown off by this, I forgot to remind you guys to share, like, and subscribe. Also, make sure that you follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/watts_tv94, and make sure that you guys join the Discord. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.